At this point, I was totally over the night and I lost my filter. I'm not dumb. And if one thing being a New Yorker has taught me is to trust no one. I finally got off, and the minute doors opened, I just took off running. Picture this, I had on skin-tight pants, 6-inch heels, and a little coat running as fast as I could. I lived in a predominantly West Indian neighborhood at the time, so there was a bunch of Jamaican taxi men out there on the street minding their business. There I was, booking in heels down the street in front of all these people. They began yelling, "Run, my girl," and calling me Usain Bolt. I remember feeling so scared that I ran the full 8 blocks home nonstop. Alright, and we're back. I met a guy on Match.com, and after a couple of phone conversations, we decided to meet up. He said he wanted to take me to dinner in the movie, and I agreed. I met him in the city, and my first observation was that he lied about his height.
It's rough. My first observation was that he lied about his height. Damn, man. These women are actually serious about this height thing, eh? They actually be like looking at your profile online and they see, oh yeah, he says he's 6'5". They keep a note of that in their head, and when they see you, what, they probably come with rulers. They're already measuring you straight up before you even say what your name is.
It wasn't that big of a deal, so I looked past it. We hugged, and he told me the restaurant was right around the corner. We walked to said corner and stopped in front of a diner. What the hell? I was a little overdressed for a diner, but didn't want to come off as bougie, so I went in. The waitress came to take our order, and I went first. I ordered a burger and fries because what else do you order at a diner? She then looked at him to take his order, and this man asked for eggs and bacon. Did I mention it was 9 p.m.? That wasn't the part that had me and the waitress perplexed. He closed his menu, handed it to her, and she asked him what he wanted to drink. This man asked for milk. She and I both thought we apparently misheard him and said what at the same time. He once again asked for milk.
Hey, don't judge a man's standard. Come on. What's wrong with drinking milk at 9 p.m., man? Huh? What's wrong if you want to eat cereal at 9 p.m.? What's wrong if you want to eat eggs at 9 p.m.?
The waitress then gave me a look and walked away. Milk? Like a glass of milk? Okay. He smiled at me and I smiled back while in my head knowing this man would never see my face again. Because he ordered milk? That was your last straw. The milk. I feel you though. I asked to see his ID. What? I asked to see his ID because there's no way this man was a grown man. He showed it to me and he in fact was a grown man.
The fact that he's just showing you his ID like that, it's as if like he's in a bar and you're the bartender and you're trying to like check if his age is appropriate to be in that setting. Like, what? And he handed it to you too. That's mad.
Asking a man for his ID is crazy on the date. That's crazy. I stayed only because I wanted to see if he was really going to eat all that he ordered. Come on. That's why you stayed? To watch him eat food? You liked him. It's okay. Don't say you stayed to watch him eat. That's not why you stayed. Let's keep reading. He ate every single bite and drank every drop of milk. I was disgusted. He was attempting to flirt with me throughout the dinner, but I couldn't fake it. I told him I was ready to go and was too tired to see the movie. He paid for the meal, was annoyed that I didn't eat all my food.
Yo, why are you judging him for eating and drinking what he ordered? At least he finished it. What I can't stand is the people that go out there, they order all these meals and they take a couple bites and they leave a freaking full ass plate full of food. At least dude made his money worth, you know? Now, especially with food going up and all, yo, don't judge the guy. At least he paid for all y'all's bill.
He walked me to the train station and attempted to hug me. All I could smell was milk and eggs. You could smell the milk and eggs off his body. Stop. He put his face close to me as if he wanted to kiss, and I felt myself beginning to gag, so I pulled away. I thanked him and said goodbye and started walking toward the platform. He lived downtown, I lived uptown, so to my surprise, he was walking behind me. I asked him where he was going, and he said he wanted to ride the train with me all the way uptown to make sure I got home safely. Nah.
Boy's actually gonna go all the way uptown to make sure she gets home safe and then go back downtown? Like, that's mad. But you know what? He's a gentleman. What can you say? At least you want to make sure a lady gets home safe in the middle of the night, right?
That nigga's crazy. You're not taking the train all the way uptown to make sure you get home safely. She's not dumb. Like, at this point, I was totally over the night and I lost my filter. I'm not dumb. Exactly. She even said it. I'm not dumb. And if one thing being a New Yorker has taught me is to trust no one. With my deepest accent, I told him we're not doing that. And it was making me uncomfortable. He continued on about being a gentleman. The train finally came and I asked him again not to get on it. He walked away as the train pulled into the station. I got on and watched him jump on the train. Nah, he didn't jump on the train last minute. What is this? I got on and watched him jump on the train at the last minute.
Yo, okay. At this point, he's doing too much. I gotta agree. He's doing too much. You know, the fact that he was following her behind, I was like, let me give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he's a gentleman. But at this point, he's doing too much.
We locked eyes and he smiled. This nigga's crazy. My mind went into survival mode. I didn't want to get off the train at a random stop because at this point, it was 11 at night in New York. Not a good look. I decided to stay on and ride the train past my stop. I finally got off, and the minute doors opened, I just took off running. Picture this, I had on skin-tight pants, 6-inch heels, and a little coat running as fast as I could. I lived in a predominantly West Indian neighborhood at the time, so there was a bunch of Jamaican taxi men out there on the street minding their business. There I was, booking in heels down the street in front of all these people. They began yelling, "Run, my girl." Oh my. I'm Jamaican, I hate y'all. I can say that. I am Jamaican and I hate y'all. Run, my girl? Oh my God. And calling me Usain Bolt. So you guys don't want to help her. Just gonna make jokes. Alright. I remember feeling so scared that I ran the full 8 blocks home nonstop, never checking to see if anyone was behind me. I made it home and never saw him again. I do have a real question for you ladies. When a man lies about their height, which apparently happens pretty often, isn't that like an automatic red flag turn off immediately? Like, unless it's minimal, like 1 inch, 2 inch, like I'm 6'3" right now. Let's say I'm 6'4", 1 inch. If someone says like, they're 6 foot and they're 5'5", like, the date's done. Like, why are we still going with this? How do you just get past that? I'm honestly asking you guys, like, how do you get past that first lie? Already? We just started. You're already lying. As for the rest of the date, the fact he ordered milk on his date, that is kind of strange, not gonna lie. Picturing a date just drinking a glass of milk on a date just sounds crazy. Honestly, other than still going on this date with him, he didn't do anything wrong. The fact he jumped on the train last minute is killing me though. That is crazy. I know I could picture the scene of you staring at him and him leaping through the doors.
At the beginning of this story, I thought it wasn't as bad as, as it got, you know what I'm saying? And actually, overall, I've heard worse. This story is not even that big of a deal. But the one part that got me wasn't even the part that he was drinking milk and he ordered eggs at night at 9 p.m. whatever. That wasn't the part. It was the part where dude was casually following her behind without even having had the conversation beforehand that he was gonna walk her home and to make sure she gets home safe. Dude just lingering around behind her, and then when he gets caught, he's like, "I'm a gentleman, I'm trying to make sure you get home safe," kind of thing. And then she dismisses him, tells him like, "We ain't doing that." Guy jumps in the train still last second, like, "My boy, that's some stalker ass vibe, boy. I don't know what you're trying to do, but that's not a good look." Yeah, automatically, like, the moment that she dismissed you, you should have just left, simply. Anything that can happen or may happen will be on her own hands, right? You tried to be a gentleman at night, trying to make sure she get home safe. She dismissed you. You went about your day. But now, this is giving some stalker ass vibe. You shouldn't have done that, man. That's too much.
Here in Nashville, was having a wonderful night, talking to this guy that I thought was super hot. He's flirting with me. I'm flirting back. And I'm like, okay, let's leave and go get some food. He's like, okay, yes, I'd love to. Like, we're walking. He's like, this just doesn't feel real. Like, you're too good to be true. I can't believe that, like, you think I'm attractive. Like, what have I done to deserve this? All this stuff. And he's getting our ride to this restaurant. And I look down at his phone and I see a picture of him with a woman. And I'm like, who is that? He said, that's my cousin. And I'm like, no one takes a picture with their cousin like that. And he goes, yeah, I'll get to that in a second. And it's like scrolling and looking at something on his phone. I immediately pull up my Lyft, put in my address to my hotel, and get ready to fucking leave, because that is so disrespectful. He finally gets off his phone. I look at him and I said, no, I want you to be honest with me. Do you have a girlfriend? And he goes, I do. And I look at him and I say, I hope I never date someone like you. And he's like, what do you mean? I said, imagine having someone back home that loves you and that is waiting for you to come back and hug you and embrace you, and someone that you also love, but yet temporarily in the moment you are indulged in something that is so superficial. You're interested in me because I'm beautiful. We don't know each other very well. I could be a terrible person, a terrible fucking person, but you're willing to see what happens with me for this night, for the pleasure of yourself, when there's someone at home waiting for you. And I said, I feel so sad for that woman, because no woman deserves that. And I literally just turned around and walked away, because that was disgusting.
Terrible.
Here's a man. A man tried to bring me home tonight, but he had a girlfriend.
That's no good.
That's
Who are you
disgusting.
talking to?
I'm talking to the camera. We just tell our stories.
Babe, there's no
online.
one there.
We're talking to the camera. It's us.
But there's no one
It's
there
gonna
on
be
the
a
other
TikTok.
side.
It's gonna be a TikTok.
Are we gonna blow up? Are we gonna go viral?
We might blow up. But would you try to bring someone home? This guy was from Arkansas.
That's no good.
He had a, and then I saw on his phone a picture of him and his girlfriend after he pulled up the Uber, and I was like, wait a second, who is that? He said, it's my cousin.
That's Arkansas.
And I was like, no one takes a
it's
picture.
Arkansas.
I mean, I guess.
It could be,
Fuck.
it's like a thing.
But no one takes a picture like that with Yeah. And then now I was like, no. Do you have a girlfriend? And he finally said, like, yeah, I do. And I was like, yeah, no. And just walked away.
That's not gonna work.
No, not gonna work. Not gonna work. So we're going home tonight. Mm-hmm.
Where are we going?
I'm going back to my hotel. I was gonna go get food. I was gonna go
Food sounds good.
to what's it called? Cookout with that guy. But I said no thank you.
That sounds good.
So I'm going to my hotel instead.
Here you go.
What time is it?
10 till 3. It's early.
It's early. Do you live here?
Yes.
Where-
I gotta get
where
an
would
Uber
you-
to Brentwood.
Where would you? I don't know where that is.
It's like south of there.
Where would you recommend to go to eat? I think Cookout's the only thing that's open.
Yeah. Let's get a car.
Or do you have a
Go
girlfriend?
No. Let's get this guy.
I'll go to Cookout with you. Okay.
I missed one and I saw you.
You have money?
A second later. Can't talk shit.
You have to promise you don't have a girlfriend.
No, promise.
Okay, fine. Ugh. We're going to Cookout.
You know where Cookout is? Cookout?
Hey yo, there's like 3 things that stood out to me while I was listening to this story. The first one being that dude that was egging her on at the beginning, who was like, "You're too beautiful, I can't believe you find me attractive, I don't know why you're with me," something like that. That guy, crazy ass guy, that's a crazy ass thing to say. That means you were like putting her on a pedestal and you don't even value your own worth. And then to the turn of events, we find out, boom, you have a girl all this time. And then the funny part is you tried to lie about it. She saw the picture on your phone, you claimed it was your cousin, then you came up front with it, said that's your girl, and then she gave you a whole big lecture. I'm like, that's hilarious. Like, you could have used anybody. You could have said that's my friend, that's, childhood blah blah blah, that's my neighbor, that's a random stranger, something like that. But you were like, that's my cousin. Damn, you're offending your cousin with that one. Now, she did make a point. I would also say the fact that, like, you got men's out here who got like decent women out there, like at home, women who like would give the world for them, who are treating them right, who are doing everything they can. Maybe they even have kids with them, they're doing their duty, cleaning, you cooking, whatever, you name it. And you got men's out here acting like dogs out there, disrespecting her like that. That's not right. That ain't right. If you want to be out there playing around the field, better break up with her, man. But that's how dudes bring problems into their relationships. What I find hilarious here is like how she's talking like this as well, and she's out here on the streets. I mean, she can do what she want to do, but she look like she for the streets for sure. Especially how this video ends. She meets this random dude who just comes to sit by her, and before you know it, boom boom boom, within 2 seconds they're leaving together. She doesn't even know that dude at the end. A lot of people in the comments, they said they thought that was her friend, but no, he's just a random stranger. But that's how you know it's deep, when you got like a woman like this who, like, she out there for a good time, she want to have a good time, and she giving dudes like that first guy lectures like how they should stay faithful, how what they're doing is wrong, they have a woman at home, blah blah blah. That's kind of ironic in it, but anyways, it is what it is.
Okay, I have a good question. Would you rather date the person that you love, or would you rather date the person that loves you? And the person that you love, they're not super passionate about you, but they're like, oh yeah, like, thanks for liking me. Like, that's their level of liking you. But you love them, you think they're handsome, they're so pretty, they're like the most stunning person in the earth, and they're so funny, they're intelligent, you're like obsessed with them, you're like, oh my god, like, I love them. And B, the person who likes you, they would go to the ends of the earth for you. They love you so dearly. They would do anything for you. Like, if you need something, the next thing you know, they have it for you right there. You don't even need to ask. And they care so much about you. They love you so much. But you are just kind of like, yeah, I'm like meh about them. Like, I don't love them, but it's not like I hate them. They're just like, all right. Which one would you date?
Hey, how about you just date somebody who appreciates you just as how you appreciate them, right? If you like somebody, how about you date somebody that likes you back? Like, that's the easiest way to do it. They always say, go to places where you're appreciated. Like the people who appreciate you back, or who like you back. But if that wasn't a part of the answer, then I'd say be with the one that likes you, because the fact that they love you and they go out of their way to do the most for you, eventually you'll fall in love with them through their action. You know what I'm saying? So that's the easiest way. So long as you don't take them for granted and you do notice what they do for you, over time you'll come full circle.
Oh, I re-downloaded Hinge last night.
Okay.
Ew, 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 ew.
Be sweet.
Ew, ew.
Be sweet.
Ew. Ew.
Like, why are you even on the app? Literally, it seems like no one is your match from there. It seems like you're looking for a needle in a haystack. I don't know what the hell you're looking for, but this is how a lot of attractive women, this is how they be like when they go on them dating apps. They find like 95% of people unattractive, and that's why a lot of people out on those apps, they claim the apps ain't working for them. It's because the other person on the other end, this is how they do when they're swiping, when they're going through. At the end of the day, it's how you're gonna remain single forever, because you keep thinking everybody's you. You're gonna keep saying this till you're like 90 years old. Then you're gonna realize you let time fly by, and because of your high sense of self-worth and standards, you missed out.
Story time. This is a true life story. I'm going to attach text messages so you can see. So I met this guy on Instagram. We've been talking for some time, and then he's based in the US, I think so. Then he was in London, and he was like, oh, let's hang out, let's get to know each other. So it's supposed to be like a proper date, but it was Friday, and he was like, do you want to go to the club? I said, okay, that's fine. I've not really gone to the club in like few months now. Okay, let's meet in the club. For me, I don't like going to the club on my first date because we will not be able to talk. But I was like, okay, let's meet at the club. So he said I should send my address. He ordered Uber for me. We got there at the same time. When I got there, I saw him coming in with 2 girls and 2 guys, which he never said before, because he was like, it was the both of us that we were just going on a date. So we went in. We were there. He was ordering drink. He was doing what's it called, odogu doings. That's not my business. I just came here to have fun. Anyways, the next thing I saw him kissing this girl. You know the way girlfriend used to act now, like, oh, it's my boyfriend, and she was giving me this side eye, like, what are you doing with my man? Oh, your man invited me. I never knew you had a girlfriend, because he said he's coming to what's it called, London, and he wants to see me. So I just had my phone, so I felt a bit down because she was with her friend and they were giving me this side eye, like, what are you doing here? And they were kissing. He was pouring the girl drinks. He was just asking me, are you okay? In my mind, but I didn't want to get mad because, one, he has never asked me out. He was just getting to know me. So let me believe that, okay, there are some times in my head, okay, not everybody you must date. Let me believe that this is just like, what's it called? He's going to be a friend. And like, I just wanted to go home. So I finished. I booked my ride. I went back home. I was okay. I wasn't pissed. I just told my friend, like, this is what happened. This is what happened. Now tell me why the next day I will attach the text message this guy sent to me. He sent me his hotel, that I should come and meet him in the hotel. And I'm like, where is this coming from? Where? So I was like, I don't understand. What's this? He was like, oh, let's keep it 100. I was like, are you okay? So first of all, I wasn't rude. I was like, you invited me out on a date for the first time. You came in with your girlfriend, and you're telling me to come meet you the next day. Is everything okay at home? And I was like, no, that's not his girlfriend. No, that girl has a boyfriend. He just said one rubbish. But in my mind, you have audacity. I am the person that I used to say that there's people you should not be rude to. But I was rude. Like, I'll just attach few texts so you guys can see. This guy literally told me that, oh, the girl was with, obviously it's his girlfriend, but the guy has a boyfriend. Let's see, say would apologize. I don't understand. You invited Moa to a date and you came with a girl. I did not say anything. I went home, I did not say anything to you. You're not telling me to come back.
Hell, that's mad. Actually, what caught me too is like, why are you going on a first date at the club? That's a biggest red flag. The moment the dude's inviting you to a club for a date, you already know. You should have declined. There. That was your key, you know? You even said yourself you don't go to the club because it's so loud and it's hard to get to know a person over there. So, I mean, I don't understand why you broke your rules for this dude. Maybe it's your karma. You showed up, he shows up with his girlfriend. Like, that's mad.
Fellas, there's 3 things you just never do early stage. Just never do. I'm telling you, there's no net benefit to these 3 things I'm about to mention to you. Number 1 is you never, ever send her a selfie or a picture of you in the mirror. You're not, I promise you, you're not cute. It's not cute. You just made her say, oh, and I really liked him. I thought I really liked this guy. Then he's gonna go off and do some stupid girly shit like this. I can't take him seriously, I'm sorry. You just fucked it up. No selfies, no in the mirror. You're not cute. You're too early to be fucking this up like this. Number 2, don't ever just say to her, what you wanna do? Just come with a fucking plan. I don't care, even if it's a bad plan. A bad plan is better than no plan. Do something, even if it's wrong, motherfucker. You fuck it up so early because you just I don't know. You come off as indecisive. She can't trust your judgment. She doesn't actually, fellas, they don't want to think, bro. I'm telling you, they don't want to think. Outside of their job, they're like, oh, no, I gotta think. They don't want to think. Promise you, bro. And lastly, you don't ask her out and ask her to split the bill 50-50. You don't ask a woman out and then say, oh, you ready to go on your head? That's just, unless you want her faucets to get turned off immediately. Her faucet, when it was starting to go on, you just chugged it back the other way. Just so you...
Guys, cooking, he's going somewhere with this. But what I will say is, like, the number one about sending selfie, yeah, if you're talking to somebody for the first time, don't send selfies, guys. Yeah, for sure. Unless you can break this rule. If you're really good looking, you have a really good body, and maybe she's asking you for a selfie, you know, maybe she's thinking about you or something like that. Maybe you guys already started talking, you know, and she asked you to send her a picture or something, and you're just wherever you are, maybe you're in bed chilling, maybe you're at the gym, maybe whatever, and then yeah, send her a selfie down. Like, you won't tell her no? Like, what? Number two, I do agree with that point. You gotta take the lead, take charge. You're a man for a reason, so of course, yeah, boom, take the wheel, right? Doesn't matter if you don't know what you're gonna do, whatever, pretend like you know what you're gonna do and come up with a plan. Now, number three, splitting the bill 50-50. Well, I have a take on this. Here's my thing. Of course, as you should be a gentleman, you should pay the bills, but there is always those times when you can break this rule, and that being if you feel like, you know, this person, they disrespected you throughout the whole day, they're rude, they're not who they said they were, blah blah blah, they came with friends, you know, no, hell no, you ain't gonna pay for all her and her friends' bills to a day. Like, that's mad. Especially if the day was meant to be one-on-one and she brings like 3 of her girlfriends. You're telling me you're gonna pay the whole bill for things that they all order? Like, that's mad. That's crazy. Nah. From there on, you split your bills 50-50 and you go your own way. But in most cases, yeah, you want to cover the bill. Unless you feel like, you know, she's just there for the wrong reason. She's just there to use you. She's just there for a quick meal out of you, and she's gonna do the dash and never see you again. You know, it's always dependent on the vibe, right? If she's been cool, chill, you've been having a great time, pay the bill. So like 80% of the times, 80 to 90% of the time, you'll pay the bill, but there's always that 10%, like I just mentioned. That's when it's okay to split 50-50. Anyways, guys, that's a video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you all thought. Comment on that first story where the girl was running away from that dude, and all them Jamaican taxi men were telling her, run, my girl, run. They were calling her Usain Bolt and all. Yeah, leave your comments regarding that, and I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. All right, peace.